said, Yam switching it up always can lead to some interesting things, but we are going to be starting with the tried and true, a Min Mir match. That's many M's. So many M's. Yam going in with the Phoenix Ice Dragon, looking for a little bit more of a zoner style. Elemental going in, a steady, aggressive approach with the Sparky and the Chakram, and starting off very strong. Elemental responding with a quick, strong counter reply of his own, getting that Dendy grab, and setting himself up with the Dragon Arm off of grab. Elemental trying to find his way in. This setup is so solid at just zoning and poking down and keeping your opponent at bay. The Elemental doing his best to find his ground, find a way to approach. Out comes this rush. Yam didn't want to throw it out for a few moments, but recognizing that Yam parrying down that attack might be able to recover safely otherwise, guns out the rush and is going to be able to take the first round as a result. Elemental responding, going full Glover. We've got a Sparky and Roaster, two pretty beefy arms. One with the guaranteed knockdown being the Roaster, and then the Sparky can lead into some excellent rush confirms and just follow-ups and grabs. Starting this round off, it's going to be that Sparky leading a lot of damage and allowing Elemental to kind of keep up this pressure, keep up this tempo. Another 150 on the grab. Yeah, I'm doing a really nice job of just playing patiently, waiting things out with the shield. Finally sees a moment to go in for a punish. And an excellent catch with a grab of their own, catching Elemental in his moment of hesitation. Still building up rush for both players. Elemental thinks he's got a way out, but he's going to get caught by the rush. Only the Phoenix will be dealing damage though, which means that Yam does have that opportunity to build up the lead. Gets that Dragon Arm charged up, and it's going to be a grab being broken by a Sparky, taking Yam out. Oh, trying to start off with a high and wide grab, gonna result in a quick punish, and Yam getting the safe Dragon Arm in exchange. Nice bait. Yam gonna safely back off, doesn't get knocked down, which means that this round is definitely in Yam's favor with a strong start and just a lot of damage, keeping this chase going. Alu trying to find some ground, a little bit of place to be able to build things up. But Yam with the rush follow-up off of that Phoenix is going to be able to snipe Alu down. And takes the first point. Hello? Hello, Hagamaru. I'll ask everybody. You know what? We're gonna ask the question tonight. Hagamaru, if you could remind me, at the end of the tournament or before you leave, or DM me or something, so I have a note. I will ask to see if people would be fine with pushing the tournament back 1 hour, because if I could set it to be a little bit later so you could participate too, I would be excited. And since it's already like noon for me, it makes no difference. It would only be a problem if it took 5 hours for an EU bracket to run, which doesn't happen. Alright, heading to Buster Beach. Yam switching things up, is going to put on a heavy lockjaw alongside that Phoenix, expecting that it's going to be a much more closer and aggressive confrontation going on here. That heavyweight should help out long as Yam is able to keep it lined up with these shots, it will definitely give a lot more coverage in this fight against Alumento. Without all the pillars, without that elevation change going on, it's going to just be a much more difficult match for Yam. So much less ground type you to work with. Rush is ready. Almost dodges out of the way, but that landing leg is going to allow Yam to get 380 damage. Slowly pummeling down Alumento, and the Lockjaw will lead the KO. Yam now on match point, looking for one more win to be able to take Alumento out. It's going to work out pretty well in Alumento's favor, getting that quick grab confirmed. Start off with a strong follow-up, and catching Yam with this rush. 245 damage, not able to get the Sparky to come in the chain, but a good solid blast of Chakram is going to help out a lot. Phoenix has definitely just been doing its job remarkably here, constantly setting itself up, lining up really well to punish and poke Alumento down, constantly just being something that he can really not keep up with in boxing. We're just looking for a way to get this pressure rolling back in to close things out. This is going to be a nice rush opportunity. And balances out that health difference with a nice grab. Alumento still locked into this hot pocket, and the Phoenix is going to take him out. An excellent call by Yam will allow him to take Alu out and climb further into the bracket. I need to get rid of that. It's no longer relevant. I almost left the lobby. Alright, and with that, we've got the match there. Yam taking Alu down 2-0. In a very, just really nice place with the Phoenix, catching Alu off guard, surprising him completely, and overwhelming him very effectively. Looking at the rest of brackets, it looks like everything was 2-0s. As Kosa and Alistair will be moving on to face each other. Let's stream that one. This means on the lower side of things, Penzo will be facing off against Yoshi Bowser. I kind of want to see that, because it's probably just going to be a bunch of precious slaps. So I'm now learning that the NA and EU Nintendo Direct was apparently a cut version of the proper Japan one that has more content, more info. And just like things that I was kind of expecting, like Crystal Chronicles heads up and maybe something about Ninjala. Guess what? They were in the Direct. Just the EU one, or just the JP one. Which is a bunch of hogwash. A bunch of smelly hogwash. The Japan one was only like 3 minutes longer. Apparently the 3 minutes is a lot of content. Because, like, just a simple nod to Crystal Chronicles, saying something about Ninjala, and then having their couple of other games brought up, like, that's a lot of content for just a few brief moments. Let me set the names up here. And we are going to be heading in. Alistair going in with the Dr. Coil. Kosa is going in with that Tri-Blast Ice Dragon, looking to try to utilize that wide coverage to take this Coil out. Cadence update, very hype. And starting things out, Kosa doing a very remarkable job of just keeping up with Alistair, dealing a decent amount of damage and holding on to a lead as she's able to slowly chip away at his health. Out comes this rush, but Kosa going to be able to safely read it out, blocks through it, and only takes a light chain of chip damage beyond. Still just trying to find a nice opportunity to go in for a confirm against Alistair. Especially with that Ice Dragon, I could see her just trying to force a bait out, put Alistair into a place where he either has to take a grab or gets rushed. Alistair starting to warm up to this matchup, is doing a much better job of evading these attacks. Gets another rush ready. You know he's looking for the chance. Gonna be able to secure it this time around. And Kosa still holding onto her rush, looking for that chance. Another Ice Dragon whiff. And, oh gods, I'm smelling witchcraft here. I hope to the gods that that's just on my end, because that Tri-Blast is going so slow. He's known to be lagging hard at times. That is not good news. So far, though, this round is working out much better for Kosalina. She's getting the snipes, she gets the rush, but something caused... I'm pretty sure that should have been true, but it's not going to be in this case. Regardless, Kosalina just doing a really good job of just poking Alistair down. She is holding on to that lead and just needs to play things patiently from here. Rush gonna pick her up in the air. 240 damage. That juggle making that Tri-Blast not properly connect. We will be diving into this next round. Selena starting off with advantage, holding a little bit of lead with the rush ready to up. She's just looking for that good chance to try to bait something into from Alistair. She's really having to rely hard on that Tri-Blast with those wide coverages to be able to get the damage she needs, especially with the dragon just not following shots as well as it could be. Dragon is such a difficult arm to use against Coil normally, too. There we do get the freeze. She is going to go for the grab. Just knows that she can get 150 damage. Set up a bit of a game. We are looking at a rush confirm opportunity, and she's going to be able to line up the shot. 350. Kosa will be taking that first point. Alright, we're just gonna do a quick check on what internet connections. Nice, so we are going to be rolling through. Hopefully it doesn't spike up too badly otherwise, but yeah. Here's hoping that things are gonna roll smoothly. Oh wow, I just noticed how much I adjust while I'm sitting. Like, I do it a lot. Alright, so we're gonna head into this next match. Both players going to be sticking with their loadouts. Tri-Blast, Ice Dragon, and Toe. And Alistair continuing to roll with that Boomerang. Tri-Blast has such effective coverage, especially with Dr. Quill not really needing to worry too much about boxing because of her superior movement and just the ability to weave around pretty much everything. That's going to be a safe shield. Alistair and Dr. Quill quickly diving out of the way. But as Alistair backing away from that rush gives Kosalina a safe opportunity for herself to get her shield. We've got that freeze. Going to try to keep this chain going, but ends up throwing out the Tri-Blast. Gets a knockdown beyond, which is still going to be really rewarding. And helps her hold out a good lead. Another freeze. Kosa just gonna go for the grab this time. Alistair unable to reply. And is currently at a very massive health detriment. Kosalina just looking for a couple more pokes. One final one is all she needs. And Alistair having to take down 75% of her health. With that rush, it can definitely be possible. But that would be only half of the work. And she's going to be safely blocking all of it away and punishing him out for trying to go in for that charge. Bingo. Oh, yo, Kosa with the shield break. Nice block with that roaster, though, going to allow Alistair to stay alive and healthy. And going in with the hardcore loadout, the double roaster. The super coil has been unleashed. Kosa definitely going to try to bait something out here, but Alistair safely holding out the shield. But is going to get called out by that grab and denied their rush. Kosalina currently holding up, continuing to just deepen this lead, just gaining more in control with every exchange with this rush safely blocked. Alistair now at critical though, cannot take too much more damage. As Kosa just doing a wonderful job of capitalizing on the few exploits she can find. Gonna try to bait something out. I was kind of hoping for a grab, but those pokes are gonna definitely keep Alistair at bay. And the Tri-Blast is going to slither by, taking him out. With that, Coastalina will be advancing in the winner brackets. Rifa will now be facing off against Yam. Whoever takes this will be dancing with Coastalina in winner finals. Alright, and it looks like we're going to Yemple rounds. Temples. Why can't I just sit on a chair? I need a chair that's not noisy. Because I apparently move way too much in this stupid thing. What if I threw a blanket on? I would probably push the blanket off. Dang it. This just doesn't work. We'll have to see what Yam's loadout works though. They're going to be going in with Ribbon Girl, Chilla, Thunderbird, Rifa going in with the Phoenix, Chilla loadout. And it is immediately a fast and vicious dance as Rifa dons on that blue mask and starts moving around at the speed of sound. He's got places to go, he's following his rainbow, and he's looking to just zone Yam out, who is just doing their best to chase Rifa out. Finally securing a knockdown, Rifa does follow up with a nice mask equipped, and with that yellow one charged, he could just safely shield something, and that's what he's gonna do as we get 280 damage. Rifa just building up more and more of a lead. Red mask coming on means it's gonna be a little bit easier for Yam to land a hit. But it also means that Rifa's just going to have a bit easier time boxing Yam out. And it's likely... Oh, the crab! Also is just going to take Yam out there with an excellent call out. The Chilla just soaring right by the grab attempt. And is going to allow Rifa to take that first point. Rifa starting off just a light lead, looking to try to keep this tempo. If he can just keep this rolling, especially with that yellow mask, this rush is going to be exceptionally scary. Save poking and just keeping Yam terrified, trying to force this rush out, and it finally does. But Yam now is one hit away from falling before, and a quick rush is not going to be able to work out for Yam, not even going to be able to secure a knockdown. We'll have to play a perfect game for the rest of this round, for the rest of this, to be able to just prevent Rifa from claiming that first point. Rifa is looking to play a perfect game himself here as he is just dancing around everything Yam throws out, boxing down these attacks, and just keeping that health nice and high. Yam finally secures a knockdown against that blue mask, but Rifa finds a chance to throw on the yellow as well as secure a Phoenix KO, claiming that first point. Alright, heading into our next bout, it looks like we're going to be going to Via Dolce. Via Dolce? Via. Vidi. Yeah, I'm switching over to Lulapop. Rifa going in with sticking with the Masango. He's determined to just stick with him as long and as much as possible. He wants to master the craft of the Masangan. You can't blame the man. Masango is fantastic. He's a beautiful guy. He's definitely a lot more solid than most people rate him up to be. Starting things off, Yam holding out that first lead, but is so paranoid of getting chained down, so paranoid of giving Rifa a chance to mask up, they ends up getting chained into a grab. And that's going to let Rifa hold on to a strong start. Revolver definitely doing some good work here, just having a lot of curve in its aim. Another nice shot, but he's going to end up whipping the grab attempt. A safe block with the shield does keep him alive and fighting. Continue to just spray those bullets, looking for any opportunity to just pummel Rifa out. With these 3 shock bullets just constantly flying his way, Yam's just expecting eventually one of them will stick and a grab will follow up. Rifa finding a chance to put that yellow mask on, not going to want to hold on to it, especially because of that reduced speed. Nice block opportunity for Yam, keeping them alive. But we are just a few hits away from falling, and Rifa finding another chance to put this yellow mask on. Ooh, the disarm, go for it! He's gonna go in, and 290 damage, few seconds left on the clock. Rifa has to go in for the rush. And he's gonna be able to stick it. Yam barely trying to dodge out of the way, but is unsuccessful. Putting Rifa at advantage and just looking for one more win to advance to Winter Finals. I feel like the Revolver is going to be a much more effective tool now, as Rifa switching away from the Phoenix has that Biffler, can kind of box with the Revolver, but it's also kind of going to get outboxed in a lot of cases, just depending on whether or not it's charged. As when that Biffler is charged, it's a single projectile. While it moves at extraordinarily high speeds, it can get boxed out easily by that Revolver. If it's uncharged, it's 3 separate shots, which 2 will get by the Revolver. But then it's still, the Revolver is still coming out on its own as well. A nice full 275. Yeah, I'm just looking for a little bit more damage to take Rifa down, and with this health lead, it is very, very certain. Score brought to 1-1, and I'm expecting to see that Biffler go away. Ooh, no, Rifa gonna be sticking with the Biffler. Actually switches it to the other side and puts that Phoenix back on. Yam changing things up too, puts his own Chilla away, and now we have no Chillas on the field. We've got Scorpid though. Rifa trying to go in for some pressure, some fear. Scorpid almost coming into the side, but just gets walled out. And that allows Rifa to land a very confident rush. This loadout definitely doing some good work against Rifa, as we now have Yam on the offense, looking to pressure, and getting the confirm off of that Scorpion. 360 damage, and Rifa is on Magic Pixel right now. This is the loadout. Look at him crawl over the tables. Rifa tried to reclaim some ground. Has Rush just about ready. He just needs a moment, but Nibbles is gonna bite him right in the face. And he's dead. Yam bringing the score to 1-1. Hi, John. Hi, John. And it looks like we are going to be heading straight back into Via. Likely expecting a different loadout coming in on Rifa's side. We do see a Siki switched over for that Biffler. Gonna have a little bit more ranged play, a little more coverage as a result of this. And with that red mask, it just means that his attacks are going to be so much bigger, so much beefier, and it'll be a much easier time just powering through Yam and his attacks. Yam just doing his best to try to find some way to take that mask off of Rifa, but without getting any charge, if he can't get a charged Sparky without a charged revolver poke, it's just gonna stay on there. He finally does get that connection, but Red Mask immediately coming right back in. And Rifa keeping up this chase. This Red Mask has just been dominant and giving Yam the hardest of times. A good connection, 310 damage. But it does mean that Yam has his chance to go in for the chase, gets the knockdown. Now Rifa has to hide back. And there's not many places he can go be with just the narrow pathways of Vaya. He is making a couple of good calls though, and slowly building up this rush. Just needs that one final hit, and he's gonna get the round. I never realized how bad I am at sitting. Why am I so bad at sitting? Rifa finding a chance to equip that mask. Has the yellow one now in his control and is quickly trying to generate rush. Yam gonna try to throw something out before the mask comes on, but just a few frames too late as Rifa gets that rush and immediately sets it off. Nice shock off of that Seiki. Yam has 3 ways to shock Rifa. He's got his revolver, he's got his Sparky, and he's got Rifa's Seiki. 3 ways that Rifa can get just shocked, left immobile on the ground, and easily set up for a good grab follow-up, or even more potentially. Oh, goes for the grab, but he's gonna whiff completely, giving Rifa a perfect moment to throw in the grab response. Quickly building up another rush, but he's not going to be able to hold on to it as Yam grabs him out of that disarm and follows it up, keeping up this pressure and holding a very confident lead. 27 seconds left on the clock. Rifa finally finding a knockdown. If he gets the rush, it will definitely put him in advantage against Yam. Now maybe not so much, as that one single hit definitely going to help balance out the control, especially with that whiff. 10 seconds left on the clock, and Yam is still on the dodge, still holding that lead, and is going to be able to get the KO as Rifa trying to dance his way in. Tomorrow is in turn. Wait, it is? I don't remember what the day is, and I don't remember what the agreement was to it, but I feel like I remember that? Yoshi, please remind me the details. Wasn't everybody supposed to go in as Rifa today? Rifa currently holding on to a health lead against Yam, trying to find a way to bait out this rush, and Yam's going to be successful, dancing and cautiously swinging aside. Now looking for a chance to go in for the chase, get that rush confirmed. That Seiki and Chill are just continuing to pummel down, continuing to give Yam the hardest of times and blasting them away. It's the 21st of July. Well, nobody's playing the Rifa loadout. Not even Rifa's playing the Rifa loadout. We're celebrating Rifa Day with no Rifa. Oh, we've got Rifa here, but not like... There's no EU tournament tomorrow. We'll have to celebrate it next time. I don't know why it's International Rifa. I can't remember the details. I just remember that this was a thing. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, International Rifa Day. Oh yeah, there was like 15 Rifas on the dashboard. Okay. Well, we'll have to celebrate next time. It looks like Alimento was able to take Alistair down 2-1. Is awaiting his next opponent, which is either going to be Yam or Penzo. Starting things off, Kosalina going Nade Tri-Blast. This can be really nice for that Red Mask if Rifa finds a good chance. Blue Mask can also just be really scary. While Kosa has a lot of aim, a lot of movement, and options to be able to blast him out, just those masks can make Rifa either impossible to knock down or just impossible to touch. Doing a really good job of just keeping this pressure going, though Rifa struggling to keep up. And is just looking for a way to set tempo, but this rush gonna come in strong, and Rifa quickly knocked into Magic Pixel. This does also help Kosalina out against that yellow mask. Rifa can't be as greedy, can't be as aggressive throwing it out as he might otherwise be. I love his painted toes. And with that, Kosalina going to be able to take that first point with style. Rifa changing things up, slipping on the Biffler, looking for something that has just really fast and safe poking opportunities. But Kosa ain't having any of it as she throws out a quick grab and asserts that health lead. Rifa thinking he saw that chance, but this Tri-Blast explosion just going to be within enough reach to be able to blow him down. Kosa successfully taking away his rush. And just holding a lot of control in this matchup right now. Rifa finally finding a chance to get the Red Mask equipped. Now Kosalina doesn't really have a guaranteed way to knock down beyond grabs, but she can still get a lot of nice chip damage, good pokes. If she can find a good rush opportunity, this can also take Rifa out. But that heavy mask is causing her to respect him immeasurably, as she's just looking for a chance to find that opportunity. You can see Rifa trying to bait something out, ends up going for the double punch, maybe a little too late. Kosa gonna safely dodge out of the way. And Rifa now does not have his answer to take this round. There's very little that he can do, but if he's playing it safely, might be able to turn things around, but that grab will just not work out for him. Kosalina taking the first point. There's a loud vehicle outside. Ugh. Oh no, something in my eye. Why is there something in my eye? I need to do laundry. I'll do laundry later. We got what? Tournament. Yes. Alright. Both players looks like they're sticking with their loadouts for the most part. Rifa switching out that Biffler for a Megawatt. We'll have to see how that fares. Alongside the chill, it does give him a lot of control against that Tri-Blast and Nade, as he's got two things that are really effective at just boxing her out. This also means that he's got, if he gets any good hits, pretty much means he's got a safe confirm to charge up a mask. And it looks like our chance is going to be the red armor, that larger body, and the solid armor to protect him, making sure that he does not get knocked down. The cost of that lower movement speed. You can see Rifa is just playing things patiently here, just aware of the fact that he doesn't really need to go in for the chase at the moment. Coselina safely calling it out. Will get taken some light chip damage and a weakened shield. Another nice freeze, and Rifa just continuing to slowly build and generate rush. Trying to hide behind that pillar, but just not enough time. 250 damage in. Coselina now set to go in on the advance. Quickly going for the chase, but it's just going to give Rifa that final opportunity to get the Megawatt knockdown. Another chance to throw on the mask. Try to build some rush. And bring himself back in control. Rifa only needs a couple of good hits. That Megawatt could definitely KO. Might be able to KO on its own. I know a grab will take Kosa out. You can see she's trying to build up rush. Maybe find her opportunity. 3 seconds left. I don't think she can... No, she could. She definitely could, but she goes for the flurry rush instead. And unfortunately, unlike Popper, unlike that Megawatt, she only gets one shot, and that one shot is going to do little to nothing, costing her that rush exchange and giving Rifa the first point. Bunch of chip damage, some good distance, but it's not going to hold out as Coselina quickly diving right back in, getting right back into this chase, and determined to find a way to fight, push Rifa down. He's going to safely dodge out of the way, gets that shield out in time. And even at this close range, Rifa just frantically throwing out every which punch, and Coselina just slowly getting overwhelmed by them. Last pillar expended, but in exchange it gave Rifa that red mask, and we might be seeing that thing going on to the end of this round. Coselina needs to be able to take this. If she cannot do so, then this is... If she can't do this, or if she can do this, then Rifa's going to have a really hard time in the next round, as he won't have any pillars to protect him. But she's got to be able to get through 50% of his health without losing any of hers. Out comes the rush. It is going to be a successful connection. 230 damage. 17 seconds left on the clock. And that grab attempt is just going to leave her punished. Rifa not throwing out the Megawatt, not able to secure the KO as a result. But he does find that mark shortly after. And the score is brought to 1-1. I think I can kind of see what she's going for here, but I really don't think this is a good pick for her. Switching over to Lollipop and going to Viadolsh. That red mask, that blue mask can be a little scary, but if Rifa just plays with the red mask instead, this is just such a good stage for him. And Coselina not having her movement options with Lollipop because of this narrow pathway just makes this so much more awkward. Some nice poking attempts. So far, she has managed to secure a little bit of damage and is going to be able to find that knockdown. You can see she's playing very defensively, keeping that range. Looking to go a little bit mid-range at least, but even then, in a lot of cases, is still trading with Rifa. She does have that health lead, though. A nice breakout from that rush. She thinks she has the chance and gets a nice poke with the Tri-Blast. Tri-Blast definitely doing a lot of work here, but Rifa is now close enough to just kind of start going in for pressure of his own. And he sees his chance. That is going to be a clean connection, 350 damage. Kosa now going into the chase, looking for her chance to go in for the KO. Get that rush out. Rifa just trying to patiently build rush. And she ends up punching into that pillar, hoping that it was going to go down just a little bit sooner. That is going to be a nice moment. Misses the dragon, though. And that's going to keep Rifa in the lead. Tries to go for the grab opportunity, but Rifa safely dodging out of the way. 8 seconds left on the clock. Kosalina has to find a way to approach. And there's nothing coming out from either side in time. Rifa, paranoid, throws out the rush as a last moment deflect. Didn't even need it there. He's going to be able to take the round. Rosalina gets the free. She's going to go in for the chase. Lands that grab follow-up. Starting this round off with a much better lead. Sees her chance for rush. It's going to be another safe block for Rifa, though. Gets the restand, and he's going to go in for the chase. It's a successful rush. 310 damage. Kosalina still holding on to the lead, though, just constantly doing a fantastic job of just dancing around all of Rifa's attacks. Nice parry, though, for Rifa, allowing him to get a quick jab with that Chilla. Jab. Sees his chance for the red mask, but it's going to get knocked down quickly. And Kosa just looking for the round. Constantly throwing out just a flurry of attacks every which way. Rifa throwing on that yellow mask. He gets less grab damage off of this, but Kosa now at KO potential. And that is it. There is no explosion from there, but Kosalina is still alive off of that blast as the Chilla just could not line up its shot. Few seconds left. Rifa trying to dodge out, but he grabs the Tri-Blast Bolt, and that's not going to lead into the parry. That round going to Kosalina. Starting things off. Kosa doing a solid job at this start again, just quickly chipping down, burning away at Rifa's health. That's going to be a successful rush, gets 350 damage, and a 50% health lead going in. Rifa knocked into critical before he can finally get some damage on Kosa. Out comes the rush. That shield is going to safely eat through it. And while that rush interaction is happening, doesn't have to worry about getting frozen, but Kosa does finally find the chance and is going to be able to get the KO. Alright, we're going to be diving into this next bout, returning to Temple Grounds. Red Mask quickly not working out, nor that Megawatt. as it's quickly veering off to the side and just not able to keep up with this Ice Dragon. As Kosa quickly chaining and burning down Rifa's health, she's not going to be able to get the restand there. Rifa quickly dashing in, taking a lot of damage as a result. Out comes the rush, 285 damage. Rifa still has a huge hill to climb though because of that ice chain. Just setting him up in such a rough place. Starting things off in this round, Kosalina having a very strong advantage. She is on match point right now, just looking for one more win to take Rifa out. Rifa just trying to find a way in. This Tri-Blast Ice Dragon just constantly causing no end of trouble. But he finally finds a way around that rush. And now is his chance to go in for the chase. Sees this moment, but it's going to be a safe evade and an effective block. Kosalina keeping herself alive and healthy. Both players frozen out as they trade with each other. Rifa finds a chance to throw that blue mask back on, trying to find some way just to continue to hold this lead, hold this control. Definitely needs it, as Kosa, with 25 seconds left on the clock, can definitely reassert advantage if she just gets the right read, the right opportunity. Eight seconds left. Rifa dancing back and forth. He gets the freeze, gonna get the grab, and that's definitely it for this round. Final round coming in here for this set. And Rifa quickly starting off with a strong grab, 160 damage. Sees a chance for rush, and it's going to be a successful lineup, 320. Out comes this rush. Rifa safely and efficiently dodging out of it entirely, and even punishing Kosa on top with a grab. Just utilizing Masango's smoothest of movements up to that point though, as he finally gets blasted but down by a wide Tri-Blast covering the arc of his movement. A freeze. Kosa gonna try to go in for the combo, and she's gonna be able to land some grab damage, keeping herself in this bout, keeping herself just a little breath away from being in the lead. Rush readying up for Rifa. Kosa set with her own rush. You can see Rifa's trying to bait something out, just looking for some kind of opportunity, any good excuse to throw a rush of his own and confirm this for himself. But Kosa gonna safely dodge out of the way, and now this is her opportunity. 20 seconds left on the clock. She needs to be able to get some kind of play, some catch, before Rifa can close this out and bring the score to 2-2. Out comes the rush, sets him to critical. She's got to play it safe, gets the knockdown. Only a few seconds left, and there's no way Rifa can recover from this. Even with that grab, it will be Kosalina advancing 3-1 against Rifa. Taking the Masango down, and will be chilling in Grand Finals in advantage. Let's see who's going up right now in the comeback semifinals. We've got Alimento and Penzo. So we'll get that set up right away. Oh, you want to see the bracket here? Wow, it worked! Look, the command worked! Alright, so let's get things set up. My eye is driving me insane. Fancy seeing you here. Let's see, have these two played already? No, they haven't. Not in this bracket, at least. Though they've played each other at least several dozen times otherwise. Oh, yo, Penzo going in. Oh, you played in rank directly? Oh, nice. Penzo gonna be going in with the sprint man. We didn't get to see this sprinty boy in the tournament yesterday, but we will get to see him regardless. Penzo going in Revolver Dragon. Alimento will be going in with that Sparky, with that Chakram, and is looking to quickly just... Again, this is another one of those matchups a little similar to how Yam was before, where Penzo is looking to keep Alimento at bay, just constantly bapping him down with these multi-pronged bolts and that Dragon Beam. Alimento, if he can find a way in, can do some really scary work here, but he's gotta find that way to sneak in, to slide by. That's gonna be a nice opportunity to be able to get some distance. But Penzo stays on the move, quickly dashing back. And just keeping up at this pace and making sure that he has all the room he wants and needs without allowing Alimento a single chance to get that Dragon Arm charged up. Speaking of, we finally see that chance, but it might be too little too late here if Alimento just gets poked one more time. Penzo, just looking for those shots, is going to be able to secure it and get that first point. Do I hear thunder outside? Could be just vehicles. I think it's vehicles. 280 damage rush. Alimento going to be able to start off with a good lead. Also getting that Dragon Arm set up will make it so much easier to be able to box down Penzo's arms. We've got Cooler Rain and Dragon, and he is going to be able to knock him down and gets a grab off of the wake up, evening the tides here and allowing Penzo to get back into the offensive, get back on with the chase, make sure that Alimento doesn't get that chance to get that Dragon Arm charged and ready. Cooler Rain just barely out trading with that roaster, allowing Penzo to just keep rolling onwards, keep up this pressure and damage, but it's only going to last so long. Alimento finally finding that Sparky into grab. Nice freeze. Penzo trying to set something up, but with that pillar in the way, there's little he could do. He does see a chance off of this pillar, just setting up, gets the Cooler Rain just to swing right around, as Alimento was doing his darnest to try to break it before that happened. 15 seconds on the clock, and Penzo is in a very comfortable position. Comfortable enough, you'd say, to be able to take the point and set himself up with match advantage.
Yeah, baby.
I'm not expecting to see the sprinting boy coming in, as we're probably not going to go to DNA Lab, and that's generally Penzo's favorite place to be, Sprint Man. Don't really see it elsewhere, but it's so exciting, and it's always so entertaining to see him play around with that character, with his own iteration of that man. Looks like we'll be heading over to Via next. This will probably be a good place for him. We are going to be seeing Springman regardless. As Penzo will be sticking with that loadout. Elemento sticking with the Sparky Chakra. Starting off, this is a good opportunity for Elemento to be able to get Dragon Arm should he choose, but it looks like he's just going to go in quickly, start the chase, just recognizing that, making the decision that it's more important for him to already be in Penzo's face than it is for him to get Dragon Arm, because if he starts getting trades when he's already in Penzo's face, he gets a Dragon Arm anyways. Penzo bringing things back though. Once he's got that tempo, the deflect just makes it so much more difficult for Elemento to be able to keep up. Just the movement curve and angles just allowing him so much damage, and Elo just getting pummeled down. Though this Sprintman did not get to be seen in Battle for Stardom, he looks to be a star of his own, as he takes a very strong first point. Dragons just curved perfectly to be able to catch that hat of Min Min. A nice break with that rush, recognizing that the backflip kick was not going to parry it in time. Oh, trying his best to keep this chase going. Constantly getting knocked and bopped down, but he finally gets a rush taken away from Penzo, as that deflect only stops the Sparky, and the Chakram continues singing along to the side. Quick knockdown, and this chase is working out much better for him. That dragon finally losing him that dragon. The dragon cost him the dragon. We do have a rush just about ready from Elemento, and he is going to have it in time. You can see Penzo was looking for a chance to try to evade it, and he's going to be successful, pummeling Penzo out. Or pummeling Elemento out, and we'll be taking the match 2-0. I miss having like a good commentator to be on my side, so I could breathe a little more. Alright, looks like we're going to go to Mazel. Bam! We're set. And this is the comeback finals. Penzo against Rifa in a best of 5. Whoever is able to take this will be advancing to get that face off with Kosalina in grand finals. Penzo will be sticking to this sprint, man. This sprinting boy. Rifa will be rolling in with the Masangan. That Phoenix Chilla starting us off. Penzo already doing a really solid job of just starting off with a lot of arm shield pressure. Has that Chilla nice and weakened. But Rifa just focusing more on the player has managed to get a lot of nice damage and holding out on a quick lead against Penzo. Blue Mask is definitely something Penzo's going to have to be cautious of with this Coolerang and Dragon, because Rifa just has so many movement options, and he's going to easily be dancing around those two arms, starting off with an excellent rush. Red Mask popping up, Blue Mask taken away, Rifa now having to try to find a little bit more ground, but without that speed, he is just getting punished out. Oh, a nice catch with the burb, though. He's going to be able to keep himself alive and healthy off of that. What otherwise could have been very disastrous for him. Penzo currently in enraged mode. Comeback Kid. When he's below 25% health, he has that increased power. His arms are just always a huge threat. Eight seconds left. Rifa is looking to confirm this point for himself, and he's going to be able to take it with Penzo not having anything he could do to respond. I should have like a ticker to like keep track of every time that I've just... I think I'll set something up just to see. Starting off this round, Penzo will be holding that rush advantage. Needs to find a chance to be able to snipe Rifa down though. Otherwise that Blue Mask is just going to give him an easy time to dodge everything Penzo is throwing out. We do finally see that chance. And now the damage can start rolling in as Penzo's coverage will actually catch Rifa in most of his movement. Just chain after chain, both players trading either which way. He sees a chance to go for the rush, and it's going to be a successful connection. Rifa thinking he had a chance to go in for a counterplay, but it's going to be Penzo taking him down, and now holding onto a huge health lead off of that. Blue Mask finally coming back on. Rifa now going back into untouchable mode, but the untouchable will be touched by a successful grab. That's a terrible line of dialogue. We won't be talking about that. Starting off this round, it's going to be in Penzo's favor up until Rifa just snipes down that rush. And sees a moment to take his own, but the Biffler just gonna cause Penzo to tilt himself just barely out of the way, gets slightly nudged. And allows him to safely block the attack. Rifa now just rolling with really good pressure, quickly trying to generate another rush. Because once he has that rush, it's pretty much a win. And you know Penzo is looking for the chance to try to take him down before that happens. Nice call out. He's going to be able to get a solid 350 damage. Needs one more hit. Rifa has that rush ready. You see Rifa trying to approach, find that chance. Penzo safely blocking out as Rifa forced to use the rush to parry. And that's going to give Penzo that first points. I might have just scratched my eye, I guess, now that I think about it. Alright, looks like we're going to be heading over to Via next. Wait, has it just stopped advertising? There it is. I don't know why the blank one pops up now. We will be heading into this next bout though. Rifa going in immediately putting on the blue yellow mask, just being like, I'm just gonna play rush here. I'm just gonna generate rush this game and prevent you from generating rush in exchange. And it is working out really well, as he pretty much builds a full rush in 25 seconds. With an excellent ice chain as well on top of things. Griffin now just looking for a chance. Might have a solid opportunity for the KO if he just finds that little moment to go in for the rush. Or at this point, any damage, Red Mask is just going to be scary. That's just a nice terror tool. And he's going to be able to trade off of that freeze. Not getting interrupted by that freeze because of that armor, making a huge difference for him. And he's like, there's no way it'll happen again. Changes up that Phoenix for the Megawatt. So he still has a little bit of terror going on, but it's just a little different. Hoping that it'll work out well for him, and it's going to be able to with the 2 optimal confirms and follow-ups. A nice rush. Penzo quickly getting bombarded down yet again. Compliments to that Megawatt for just blasting down his health so quickly. Rifa gets the freeze. Penzo does not want to hold on. Doesn't want to get frozen down, but getting too locked into his aim, getting too stuck in his movement gives Rifa a very, very safe chance to go for the punish. And that brings the score to 1-1. Why is Rifa the master of avoiding rules? He's above the law. It's Rifa. It's just how he be. Sorry. Alright, heading into our next bout. Rifa going right back in with the Megawatt, and it is doing a mega amount of the same. What do you mean avoiding rushes? I mean, this is a really easy rush to evade if you know what you're doing. Nice shock. He's gonna be able to safely recover, but his rush is gonna get taken away. The revolver just blasting him down. And Penzo is now holding onto advantage, has some good control, just looking for a chance to take Rifa out with his own rush or just get knocked down as he gets caught by the Mega Watt, and that is 295 damage directly to his health points. Unfortunately for you, when you only have 290 health to work with, it's not good. You don't even get the luxury of the Magic Pixel. But just barely stepping out of the way, manages to keep himself from getting pressured too much more harder and evades Penzo's rush. You see him closing in that distance. He is looking for the chance to go in for that lead. Penzo trying to dodge out of the way. We've seen this too many times. 325 coming in, and Rifa setting himself up with a monstrous control. Dandy grab coming in, and 2-1 now, Rifa's advantage. Oh, my eyes so bugged. I despise this feeling. Now, it looks like we are going to be... We had it... Well, but I love this. Bia to Temple to Spire. We're just climbing down the ladder. Slowly. Making a soft descent to the ground. It looks like Penzo's going to be changing things up. Tired of making the sprinting boy. Oh god, things are going fast here. Both players are going Sonic. We've activated Witchcraft mode. Everything feels like it's just being fast forwarded. And then I look over at the timer and it's just... Tick. 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 But these exchanges are just like lightning fast. We are speedrunning this right now. Penzo successfully getting the knockdown. Sees a nice chance for the rush. Rifa recognizing that actually baits him out and gets 75 on top. I don't. This is so fast. Look at him go! Look at him go! Why is it so fast? I can't. Is it me? This seems to be going much faster than it should be. Okay, I think it's starting to slow down. 7 seconds left on the clock. Out comes the rush. He's gonna safely block this, but that is so much pressure. He feels like he has to throw out the rush in response. And Rifa gonna be able to claim that point. You ever hear of those people who watch podcasts at like 50% increased speed? And that's just how they listen to podcasts. Like the mad people's madness that they contain within themselves. Rifa doing his best to pressure Penzo out. He sees a nice moment for this rush, and it's going to be a nice 360 rush. setting himself up with the lead. That Megawatt would have been an untimely end for Kenzo. Phoenix is gonna set Kenzo down to Magic Pixel, and one more charged hit will cinch him out. Riffle will be advancing 3-1. Unfortunately, Yoshi, that means that there is no redacted. Unfortunately for Yoshi Bowser, we do not get to see a Game 5 as Rifa quickly closing it out, noticing the pattern. He's like, no, I don't want this. I will not accept the fate. Hello again. Wait, did I have... Yeah, I had that as finest. Alright. Heading into Grand Finals, Riffle will be facing off against Kosalina. Not expecting to see too many changes between these two. Beyond the light adjustments we've seen from the odd time and moment during the rest of this bracket. And we are going to be going to Busta Beach. Selena going to be going in with Lola Pop. Rifa rolling in with Misanga. Ooh, nice. Chilla Megawatt. Quickly coming in, we have the ice chain damage. Rifa quickly putting on the red mask, looking for that armor. Doesn't mean that the Ice Dragon's going to have a bit easier a time freezing. If Rifa's just staying on his watch, that chain will not happen as he successfully reads that out. Finally getting knocked down. Kosalina starting off with a very strong lead as he's constantly getting caught out by these Tri-Blasts, by these Dragon Beams. Chilla not able to keep up that damage. And Kosalina safely dodging out of the way. Starting to find a little bit more ground. Rifa just trying to generate some rush here. Puts on that blue mask, recognizing that even armor chip hits are probably not a good thing for him. As he is now on Magic Pixel. No more damage for Rifa. He does not want any of the beams of damage. Gets that knockdown, but Kosalina gonna have a disarm happen at the same time. Which means that he's not gonna be able to follow up. Just, that was a perfect moment, but the disarm just taking it away from him. Starting off this round, Blue Mask allowing Rifa to have a little bit more movement, gets that good grab, and starts off with a light lead, trying to build rush yet again. And Kosa just playing a patient defensive game, looking for that chance to get the Ice Dragon, and she's going to be able to get the rush to 310 damage, starting off with a 50% lead. There's a little bit of the hyper speed I'm still seeing. Rifa though starting to get a lot more control, a lot more range in this. Sees a nice chance to go for the rush, but also going to be able to safely dodge out of the way and even punishes Rifa out for that play. Rifa now on his final frame of health, cannot take any more hits. Kosa trying to fish for something, and she's going to see a nice chance for the rush. We'll be taking the first point as a result. Looks like we will be sticking with Buster Beach. Both players diving right back in. And sticking with their stuff for the most part. Rifa putting that Mega Wall away. He's got the Biffler back on, looking to try this out. Quickly, starting with a trade for both players. Just not feeling the Mega Wall after having it betray him like it did. Rifa just desperately trying to punch his way through everything, but that dragon just constantly freezing, sniping him down, and giving him the baddest of times. Another knockdown by that Tri-Blast. That shield's starting to feel a little weakened. But that pillar is going to fully block off the Ice Dragon. Keeps Rifa alive and fighting, but he just cannot keep this pace, and that grab going to be able to connect. And Kosa will be able to take that point. Trying to go back in with the chase, quickly hunting her down. But just this Tri-Blast Ice Dragon proving to be so meddlesome, so troubling. As Rifa just constantly getting frozen out, just cannot keep up speed. As that thing constantly planting its mark on him. That was a weird pause. Kosa gonna be able to get the KO. And 2-0 advantage, I guess. Heading into what can be the final set of the match, final set of this tournament. We're going to be heading to Valladolid, going back to this long-range exchange, these long-distance plays, as that Siki steps back into the ring alongside the Chilla. Starting things off. Kosa with some really good plays, gets some good pressure, a nice grab catch up on Rifa, keeping herself in the health lead. And a successful trade keeps her from getting chained down too harshly. Starting to get a little bit more ground, a little more control here. Sees his chance for a rush, but Kosalina has seen it as well. Will choose to safely block it out. Keeping himself suspended in the air, utilizing those extra punches just to elongate that time. And just barely holding on to a health lead. Kosa can easily set things back in her control though with a nice grab. And is now just looking for one final good hit to be able to take the round point. Both players just terrified, waiting for that one chance. The Ice Dragon snipe is going to take Rifa's rush away, and the Ice Dragon once again setting him in for the KO. Kosa starting off with a good lead, has a lot of control once again as that Siki just cannot keep up with Lollipop's movements and constantly just swerving alongside. Trying to wait something out, trying to get some kind of counterplay, but Kosa constantly freezing him down. And now just looking for a little bit of damage. This rush can definitely close it out. Griffa just utilizing it to try to get this red mask on. I think this is just it. Yeah, he's just... That's going to be it. Kosa will be taking this 3-0. And that'll be closing out the bracket.